U.S.-Palestinian Community Network, شبكة الجالية الفلسطينية في الولايات المتحدة. We are here representing the Palestinian and Arab community of Chicago to demand justice for Laquan McDonald and all victims of police crimes, and to support the Chicago Alliance's campaign for community control of the police. It bears repeating that we know it was only after the massive protest that shut down the Magnificent Mile, costing the biggest companies in Chicago 50% of their sales, that Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke was charged with first-degree murder of a 17-year-old black child, Laquan McDonald. By continuing this historic boycott, we are sending a clear message to Mayor 1% that there is a price to pay for the crimes against the Latino and black community. And that we will continue to boycott until Van Dyke is convicted, until ceilings, torture, wrongful imprisonment, and outright police occupation of their communities is an inspiration to all oppressed people around the world who are fighting for liberation from U.S. imperialism, including our Arab and Palestinian community. The U.S. government and the police arm, train, and fund billions of dollars in military aid to the colonial occupier state of Israel, who stole our land, terrorize our people into submission, and exploit our resources. The truth is, the only thing the U.S. government has ever liberated Arabs from is our vast oil reserves. And the only thing that the police have ever protected the black and Latino community from is any chance at real social and economic equality. What we must do is we must make the racist occupation of our communities unsustainable by raising the cost of these occupations. That is why we must boycott the Magnificent Mile. That is why we must boycott the racist state of Israel. And why we must continue to organize our communities for national liberation and self-determination by any means necessary. From Chicago to Palestine, occupation is a crime. 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 Thank you.
No justice, no peace, no racist police. 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 Up next, I want to bring up Adrian from Anak Bayan. Make some noise for Adrian, everybody!
No justice! No racist! No justice! No racist! Good morning, everyone! How are we doing? My name is Adrian Bonifacio. I'm the national chairperson of Anak Bayan USA. We are a Filipino grassroots youth organization fighting for the national liberation of the Filipino community. And we know that the same powers, the same state repression, the same fascist repression that is murdering black and brown people here in Chicago are the same ones behind supporting the fascist state in the Philippines. We are here to demand justice for Laquan McDonald, justice for Rakia Boyd, justice for all victims of police terror here in Chicago. Because we know that the Filipino community is not free until we are all free. that the Filipino community is not free until black folks are free, until Latino folks are free, until all victims of state repression are free. Laquan McDonald was only 17 years old when he was executed by Chicago PD.
That's right.
In the Philippines, the same shit is happening. The police there have been waging a so-called drug war on the poor. The president and the police in the Philippines have already killed 14,000 people. And this is in only a year. 14,000 deaths in a year. This summer, a 17-year-old, same age as Laquan McDonald, was murdered in the streets. His name was Kian de los Santos. The police framed him. They gave him a gun. They told him to fire it. They told him to run away. And when he refused, they shot him. It was caught on video, and the killings continue to happen. The killings continue to happen because we know that police brutality, that the police, it's a culture and it's a system to protect the ruling elite, to protect the fascist state. And it will not end until we organize our communities. It will not end until we mobilize in the streets, in the thousands, in the tens of thousands, in the millions to demand